Hello and welcome to ITTC online training. In this video, I'll be demonstrating how to configure data integrity in RHEL 8. So now we'll have a demo of how to set a data integrity for the present data on the server. Data integrity means the data, how it is packed, it has to be in the same way in the future also. Let us say I have created a website and in that index.html, contact.html, then what else? Your services.html, gallery.html. So many HTML files will be there. But I don't know whether my files are hacked or not. Hackers means they will come and put some content inside the file, mainly the index.html file. They will say your website is hacked, right? So how will I come to know that it is hacked? So what I have to do is, when you upload a index.html file to the website, you have to generate one data integrity. And in a regular intervals of time, you have to check the data integrity. If the data integrity command says OK, then nobody has updated it. If it says failed, that means that file is modified. So we can write a script and in the cron job we can run it at a regular intervals of time, maybe daily or monthly or weekly, whatever it is. If you get an error in the script, then the script has to send me an email saying that your index is modified. Sometimes we get when you log into the Gmail account that you are logged in from unknown, some username is logged in today at this time, something like that. So you will get an email saying that your file is been modified during this time today. You will get a mail. So data integrity is an trustworthy or a reliability saying that my files are okay and good condition. So that is data integrity. So we can use some commands for this to check the data integrity. Okay. So now we will check with the help of maybe 1 second zoom level. I'll increase the zoom level to this much. Okay. So I will be creating one folder, make directory, say one folder called data integrity, yeah, cd data integrity. Done. Now create some files, cat file 1.txt, cat greater than, all right, and say 111112222. Okay, done. Now I'll say Control D to save the file. Now I'll check the data integrity of this file by using algorithm called MD5 sum. This is the oldest algorithm which is used, MD5 sum. So let us say MD5 sum file 1, yeah. So we can see the data integrity in the left portion, a key what is generated. So the file key, if it is same tomorrow also, that means the file is okay. Yeah. If the key is modified, that means the data integrity is not exact as it is. So we have to check the key. For checking, one more command is there. I'll show you afterwards. So now we have created one key for that. So if you want more better keys, you can use SHA. So many algorithms are there here. You can use one of the algorithm. I will use 512 if it is there. Yeah, 512 it is there, last one. 512 sum. Yes, file 1. Oh yeah, great. Understood, no? You can say yes, it is there. Yeah. So this is the lengthy key, you can see here, right? So what will I do now is, I'll open another window. Maybe, yeah. I will log in as a root again. And I'll modify the file. I'll say cat greater than file 1 and say A, B, C, D, yeah, and control D. Now the file is been modified. Oh yeah, it's modified. How will I know that it is modified? Yesterday night it was there, today morning it is modified, something like that. So now I'll go back to my window to just check. I'll execute the same command. Is it correct? Oh no, it's different. Well, I will check with this. Oh, this is different. That means my file is modified. Understood, no? Again, I'll go back to my another window in the same machine, another window, Control Alt F3. I will delete that content. Maybe I'll say vi file 1 and I'll delete this. Escape dd. Escape : WQ exclamatory. Right? We'll say cat file 1. Yeah, now it's deleted. Yes. I'll come back to my old window. Again I will run the same command. Is it correct now? You can see here 944. 944. Yes. Similarly, AF08. You can see the first line what we run. AF08. Yes. It is correct. You understood now? If there is a small modification in the file, we will come to know. So let us say I am going on leave for 1 month. I have created some files. I never know, somebody might have modified the files. So what I'll do is I'll generate a data integrity and I'll carry with in my pen drive or in the email. Once I come back, I will check it. So we will have a try on that. So what will I do now is, this time I will generate the key and I'm going to store it into the file. Yeah, greater than. So this will generate a key. I'm going to store it into a file. Got it? No? Say, let us say, what is the file name? Key dot sha sum. Key dot sha 512. Key dot sha 512. Yes, saved. Understand? Now let me check again. Okay, so how to check? SHA sum minus C file 1. Key dot directly. Key dot SHA sum. Okay. It says okay. Everything is fine. Now what I'll do is I'll say cat greater than key dot, not key dot, file 1 dot, yes, I'll say ABCD, control D, done. Now let me check once again and say, oh, it's failed. That means the key, somebody has modified it, right? Again, let me remove and check. Vi file 1. I'll remove this. Escape dd. Escape : WQ exclamatory. And now let me check. I'll come back to my old window. Oh, sorry. Here only, right? Yeah, same window. Yes. Okay. Great. Yeah. This is how you can check the keys. So key is also here, file is also here. So now if you have multiple files, let us create multiple files. I'll delete that key. RM key dot, yes, I'm going to remove that key. Now LL CP file 1 to file 2, maybe file 3 or many files. Okay, whatever it is. 4. Fine. So many files are there. I can modify if you want. Greater than file 2. Something I am going to add. Control D. Enough. Let it be same, no problem. Now let me create a SHA a key. How will I create? SHA sum. This time I will give star. Instead of file 1, I will give star. Star means all the files. So it will create for individual file one key and store it into the file key.sha file 12. So now one file is created. Key, we'll check key dot. Yes, for every file one key is generated. Okay. Now how do I check? Similarly, SHA file 12 sum. I'll say -c check. What to check? I have a key. You generate code, and I have a code in key.js. Match it. That's the thing. Yes. I'll say okay. Done. Now I'll edit the file. Cat greater than say file some 3. Type something. Control D. Now one file is modified. Correct, no? Now let me check. Yeah, it says file 3 is failed because the file 3 is modified. So I can ask the vendor, you send me that file that is giving error. Or I am downloading from website. After downloading, I will check the key, but key should be there in the website also. And I will come to know, yes, it is error. Or my website, for my website, I will generate the key and keep it with me. I am regularly checking it. If I get and failed, immediately I have to delete that file and put it from the backup. So that my website is okay. Otherwise, in my website, some other contents are inserted. In danger. Understood? So that is the importance of data integrity. You can check it for single file or you can check it for many file. But you should have the key to check. -c. Check with the key. So it will create some code and it will check the code which is in key. If it is matching, yes, good. Otherwise, you are in danger. Yeah, the file is modified. So this is how we can check the data integrity of the files. That's all in this video. I hope you understood. Thank you.